Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of Yoga Foundations. My name's Bailey and today I've got some stretches and strengthening exercises for the feet, our stable base, which is going to help support the rest of our body. Grab your mat and let's begin. We're going to start by coming into a kneeling position. The toes are tucked under as much as you can, and then we just shift the weight back. So this might be a lot for you just here. That's okay. Just take a few breaths, feel the opening in the back of the foot. If you're wanting a little more, set the hips down. Or again, for less, we can come to this kind of position. You might be starting to feel a stretch up through the sole of the foot. And then just have a quick check. What are your pinkies doing? So mine aren't touching the ground, but sometimes if they are touching, they can curl under. So use your hands to just bring them back out. And then just breathe here. Send your breath into the soles of the feet. Notice, does one side feel tighter than the other? If you need less, pull back at any time. Beautiful stretch for the soles of the feet here. One more breath. And then gently release. Bring the tops of the feet towards the mat and just sit back. So we're coming into a stretch for the top of the feet here. So shift your weight back. And maybe if you need a little more, you can lift the knees off. But again, you might just be feeling the stretch here, especially if it's quite tight. So to create more intensity, take the hands further away and lift the knees higher. And then just breathe here. Send your breath to the tops of the feet. Just letting them relax. Pull back at any time if it gets too much. And again, notice, does one side feel different to the other? Couple more breaths here. Really stretching out through the fronts of the feet. And then gently release. I'm going to come up to a down dog. So take the feet up and back, and then just pedal the feet out. So walk your dog. Press down through the heel, and then come right up onto the balls of the feet, or the toes, to stretch out the foot again here. So keep playing with this, just one foot at a time. Bringing in some mobility. Feels so good, especially if you've been standing all day. Just keep having a play here. And then let's walk the feet in towards the hands. Knees can be bent. Slowly roll up to a standing position. So our last exercise is going to be a strengthening exercise. That's what's going to help support our whole body. I like to think of it as building a house. If you were to build a house on some sinking sand, then the rest of your house is going to crumble and collapse. So it's the same with the feet. If our feet don't have a stable base, if they're like some sinking sand, then the rest of our body is going to collapse too. Not literally. Start by spreading your toes nice and wide here. So to do this, we ground the big toe and then spread the other toes out. If you're having trouble doing that, I'm going to go through an exercise in a moment about how to do that. So spread the toes as wide as you can. You can try one foot at a time or both. The wider our base is, the more stable it is for the body. So spreading the toes as wide as we can. And then quick check, are both the ankles even? So often if we pronate, our ankles roll in, our knees roll in, sore hips, sore back, all sorts of issues. Or for some of us, our ankles roll out and we have our weight on the outsides of the legs. So often if you're lifting something heavy, you shift the weight outside to the outsides of the legs to lift up. So just take a moment, see, are the ankles even? Toes spread wide. And then just notice how it feels. How is your weight distributed here? Ideally, we have 40% of the weight in the heels, 40% in the ball of the foot, and then 20% on the outer edge. So just have a quick play. Do you need to make any adjustments? And then how does the rest of the body feel? Neutral spine, so tails tucked slightly under, lifting up tall through the crown of the head. And then notice your stable base. So we're not arched to be lifted. If you are struggling to do that, we can work on a strengthening exercise where we claw the foot in. So again, start by spreading the toes nice and wide, and then imagine you're drawing the big toe and the ball of the foot back towards the heel here. So squeeze, 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 and notice how it lifts the arch slightly. So if you've got really flat feet, or if you've got problems with your plantar fascia, this might be quite a tough one for you. The feet muscles are weak. So maybe if that's a bit hard, we can actually just curl the toes in. So this is our easier option. Curl the toes and release. Or maybe you curl and hold. You might be feeling a bit of a cramping sensation. That just shows that the muscles haven't been used much, and then maybe you're a little bit weak, they just need more attention. So if that's too easy, try again. Big toe and ball of the foot on the ground, drawing back towards the heel, creating an arch here.
So keep going with that. 1 foot at a time.
And then when you start to get better, you can do both feet. So quick check that you've got that proper standing position. Feet spread nice and wide, shoulders over hips, tail tucked slightly under, and then go for the squeeze. One side might feel different to other. That's perfectly normal. Just keep playing around with this. So you can do it anywhere, any time of day. You're standing in line at the grocery store, or even when you're sitting, either having the big toe and the ball of the foot on the ground, and then squeezing and holding, or curling in. If you're not sure if you're doing it properly, you can try it with a towel under your foot. It will give you a good visual. The towel will move if you are drawing the foot in, the toes in correctly. So give that a try. If you are struggling to spread the toes nice and wide, what we can do is use our hands in between the toes to spread the toes wide. I'm going to sit down so I don't fall over.
So you can use the hand to spread the toes apart, just one by one, stretching out the fascia. And then use the hand to gently spread the toes apart, putting the fingers in between each toe. It's okay if you feel a bit of a cramping sensation here down the foot.
So by putting the fingers in between the toes, we allow them to stretch, and that's going to enable us to be able to spread the toes wide in our standing position. So you can just play with that, hold for however long feels comfortable, and as you do it more, it'll get a lot easier. Like anything, practice is going to help. So a quick recap for my top exercises to help strengthen the feet.
And in turn, stabilize the whole body. My number 1.
Toes tucked under, weights can be back or forwards for less. And then flatten the feet, shift the weight back to extend, we lift the knees too.
Last exercise to strengthen the foot, drawing the toe in or curling it all the way.
So there's a lot of stuff in that video, so just have a play, be easy on yourself. It does take time, but it is going to help support the rest of the body if we can strengthen and use our feet properly. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and I hope you enjoyed. Tune in next week for another episode of Yoga Foundations, where we're going to be learning how to do our Sun Salutation. Bye!